Well, the Kinarra wheel is back, and we're going to max spin it because that is what we do with the wheel. Um, Let me just do a couple things. I want to make sure how many Kinarra sculptures I need. I think I need still 4 skills left, so. Yeah, I need 4 more skills, so that's not quite 400 sculptures. Whatever. We'll do the math later. There's no way I'll get as many as I need. Ooh. Not bad. 3 sculptures. We got 10 there. I mean, that's really nice. Can't complain so far. You know, I should have checked how many. Hold on a second. I should have checked how many I have. I probably just got about 15 or so. Just so we can kind of reverse engineer the math if we wanted to. How many I got. I could always count, but ain't no one got time for that. Of course, this will be a relatively short video. Just don't have a whole lot to do other than spin the wheel. I mean, I do have to farm barbs. Just not sure how much of that I'm going to do now. Of course, Max purchased the bundle for the cards. Another 10, that's good. Love it. I don't think I'll be expertising her just from this wheel. And I'm pretty sure this is our third wheel, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's our last one, but maybe there'll be a fourth. There's another 10. Some more Season 1 Commander tokens. I really don't see a reason not to do all these now, other than the fact that, oh, I have enough gems. It's just, oh, but I can't spin them until tomorrow. Doesn't really matter. Oh, I can spin them now. What am I talking about? I might be going crazy. Gems are low, but there's plenty where those came from. I know a place where you can get as many gems as you want. And I just remembered, you don't buy the bundle more than once. It doesn't reset every day. Come on, let's get a lucky thing like 2 10s in one spin. That'd be nice. I feel like we're doing pretty well, though. Getting lots of heads. Certainly can't complain. And the the absolute garbage value I've gotten from so many of my gems this game because of rushing T5 and I mean gemming keys. It's just, this is like insane value compared to what I've gotten, some of the decisions I've made. Nice, another 10. You know what? I think we did pretty well. Any other 10s or anything like that is a big bonus. All right. So we're gonna see how many skills we can put on her. I think probably one. I'm no. Oh, two. We got a lot of heads. So we have 2 more skills until Kinarra is expertised. And we're very close to expertising Emrys. I could do it now, but I'm going to get more of his sculptures soon. We don't have fighting for a while. So that means I'll have 4 expertise legendaries soon. Lilia, Hosk are already expertised. Kinarra is almost. Emrys is almost. Then I can move on to other commanders, which I think the priorities here are Bakshi and Madeline. When we get her. It should be on the wheel, so I'll be able to get a lot of sculptures from the wheel. Let's open this. See if we get any legendaries here. Velen. That's great. Wow. That's great as well. All right. What's the last thing we're gonna do is, well, let's not jump the gun. Let's just make sure. There's things I kind of have to do, and I might start doing some of it now. I don't even have enough gems right now to gem more of these to make it 10. I'm not really in a hurry to open more of these, so I'm not gonna worry about it. What we do need to do, and it is the event for it, is thanks to you guys, I now know that I cannot, you know what I'm saying, take my command points into the next season. So that means, just like Chisgle's doing right off to the side here, is I am going to start burning. That was weird. Start burning my command points and leveling up my commanders. Is there anyone else here that I really want to or need to level up? I mean, I really should be leveling up these guys too. And oftentimes I'll limit the marches that I'm leveling up at any one time. Wow. Let's also start exploring the fog around me, because I have been a little bit lazy about that. That is sure. It is the strongest Lord Barb event right now. Not like it's going to matter. Look at the how much power people pushed. 570 million, 385 million, 236 million points. I mean, people training an absolutely insane amount of troops. Welcome to the BDO Alliance, where chests rain down like chests. So many chests. I really do wish there was a collect all button. I know they want you to see. Look at all the things your friends purchased. But it's just annoying. There's hundreds of them and you've got to click through them all. Oh, I'm going with a double tapping strategy. This is amazing. I'm tapping on my mouse, but I'm on a laptop, so also on the laptop pad. And sometimes it's like I was getting quick clicks there. Double. Oh, there we go. Got into a rhythm. There is an argument that I just stop training troops until a mightiest governor comes around that I really want the commander sculptures for, and then just go ham on that one and see if I can get a top spot. But I'd also need to do a lot of purchasing. You know, I'm not saying this to brag. I'm not saying this to not brag. I don't know. I could max purchase the shop every single day. I could afford to do it. But I don't want to do it, right? I still, you know, it's like I still want to have some limits to how much money I'm spending in this game. Obviously, you know, new things come out and things happen and you're like, damn it, I'm just going to spend more money. But I'm still spending, but, you know, to the level I was, not so much. That was sort of to push T5 quickly. So I don't know. You know, and the thing is, like, for a spender like me, if I knew I could get a lot of value out of an event by spending, I don't know, $1,000, and I'm gonna win my mightiest governor in a new kingdom. Yeah, hey, sign me up. But if it's like, I'm gonna spend $1,000 and get like 50th place, I'm less likely to spend on that, right? So in a way, a kingdom like this, in some ways, it can promote big spenders to spend more. And in some ways, it can kind of discourage you from spending. Because like the reason I would spend in Rise of Kingdoms often is to win an event. Win a Power of Zenith. Win a Mightiest Governor. Whatever it is. But if you don't really have that incentive, you're, you know, the reason I'm definitely doing like a minimal amount of spending. So, you know, for sure, no matter what, like I'll max purchase some random bundles here and there, but no matter what, I'm doing the daily special offer because that's just the accumulated value of you do that every day. You're going to eventually max out that commander. And it's actually one of the cheapest ways to max out a commander technically. Speaking of, I think I can, nope, can't put a skill, but I got to be close. And then, you know, I buy some of the Heroes of Tamaris and usually some of the artifact key bundle every day. And then I'm always going to be buying event bundles. Like if there's a wheel, I'm buying that bundle. If there's the bundle for the special artifacts you can unlock, I'm going to be buying that. Because those bundles and the value of those events only comes around every so often. I don't want to miss out on them. But when it comes to just the bundles that are in the shop every single day, well, after you hit like major milestones or goals, something like T5, it certainly starts to feel like there's no rush, right? Whatever. You could buy those bundles every day, anytime. But, you know, some of those bundles, like the ones I mentioned, you get the feeling like you're sort of missing out if you miss a day or a week that you purchase them or whatever. That's sort of my mindset as a bigger spender at the moment. Having spent a lot, maxed out the shop many times. The only other argument I would make, I mean, obviously you get value no matter what, right? You could buy out the troop training bundle, the Heroes of Tomorrow's bundle, max out commanders faster. You always need more troops in this game. But yeah, the question is, do you want to draw a line? And my general rule with my spending is I don't want to spend more money than I make, if that makes sense. I don't want to be going backwards ever in mobile game spending. So if I you know, I can afford to spend $1,000 a day if I want to. That's fine. $2,000 a day. I don't want to be spending, like some of these guys literally have to be spending $4,000 or $5,000 a day. Oh, and I'll buy all the pop-up bundles. That is not gonna happen for me. That is getting a little on the steep side. All right, we're going to buy this bundle. Just going to turn off my screen for the purchase. Probably going to get a few of these pop up as we keep leveling up. All right. I would imagine. I'm not going to bother opening these keys yet. Just want to see if any of these are skill up. No. Yeah, so I think every level 40 you get, and maybe every level 60 is a pop-up bundle. Something like that. I'm not sure how I feel about this whole mechanic of leveling your commanders every season. I mean, I don't think it's going to be that bad for these first couple seasons. But what about when they have like 10 more commanders than they do now, and you know you're a whale and you've expertise them all? Like, will you even be able to level up your commanders and use them each season? Like, they're basically going to sideline commanders each, like, over time that you have, just because you can't level them. There's no way to level them and use them. And then by the time you get to, you know, you've done your primary commanders and you get to the other commanders to level them, the new season's already starting. It just seems like a dumb thing. And that system will only get more and more intense as more and more commanders come into the game. And what I was kind of excited about the way this game worked with stamina, which I do think is a cool mechanic, is like in Rise of Kingdoms, there's these set marches that are always going to be on the field because they're always the best. Where in this, you might see certain marches a lot of the times because they're meta, they're the best. But if whales want to keep fighting, or anyone wants to keep fighting, you don't even have to be a whale for this to apply as the game goes on. Because of stamina, pretty much all the commanders could get use, right? You cycle through the different marches. You have your different like backup marches and triple backup marches over time as you have enough troops and commanders. And that's a cool way to keep all of the commanders relevant in a sense. But the level up system sort of counteracts that, which I think is not so good. you know, I'm not certain how long I'm going to be doing this tonight. And by this, I mean the barb farming. I'll give it a good go until I just suddenly feel like I'm bored.
My employer. That's
So it looks like we got about 150 sculptures probably from the wheel. So if you wanted to sort of imagine that as an average, which I don't think it is. I think that was above average results. But max spinning the wheel every time, if there's 3 wheels for each commander, you're looking at 450 wheel sculptures. And then that means you'd have to fill in the gap with another, 250 sculptures of your own universals. So that means, for example, if you wanted to wait for all 3 Madeline wheels and Expertiser, and you wanted to max spin all the wheels, you'd want to have 200 sculptures. Sorry, 250 sculptures extra. Which doesn't seem crazy. But yeah, I feel like I'm going to be in a good spot soon. Daily special offer on Velen. I'd love to know who will be the next daily special offer commander. Hopefully it's not one I'll already have expertise. Emrys will be done soon. And then probably, I guess I go all in on Bakshi until he's finished, because apparently he's meta. And, Maryland, I say whatever. I'm going to have all meta commanders' expertise in a relatively short amount of time. They certainly seem much more generous in this game with legendary commanders from the gold heads. Or gold keys, rather. We're cooking. It's not going to take too long to get everything to level 60 at this rate. What do I get for winning today's ranks? Not much, if I could win. And maybe I could, because I haven't spent a single CP potion since I started. So it certainly seems like I'm set up to win it if I want. And there should be a tangible benefit on the battlefield having all my commanders maxed to 60. You can hold more troops in your march, so more damage. And those extra talents certainly can be meaningful. An extra 10 talents, 8, 9, 10 talents.
What's your step? They're so inelegant.
Chisgul is an absolute gathering fiend. I mean, I haven't checked in a while, but he was like a top gatherer in our kingdom for a long time. Whoa. The king has been dethroned. He was top 2, 3 a while ago, but still very good in this kingdom, right? I'm not even on the leaderboards. I just have a blank. That is not good.
Watch your step. Your blood will look so much prettier on the floor.
I guess. Anyways, the game goes on for me. I only have so many chores in me, right? Like, I know I gotta log on and use my stamina, and I gotta do things that, like, I need to do every day, every week, farm merits, those types of things, which I've done somewhat bad at, actually. But, yeah, what am I trying to say here? What I'm trying to say, my friends, is I'm tired. And I can't remember what I'm talking about, but I also can't be bothered to do chores. Like logging on every 15 minutes. I mean, let's be real. It's every hour or two to set up my gatherers. In the beginning, it felt a lot more rewarding to do that. Getting all those hero levels. But now that's such a grind anyways that it's like... It feels like it doesn't make that much of a difference. Although I know it probably does. I mean, the whole seasons thing is going to be so weird. Like, we lose all our gathering commander talent skills. I don't know. It feels weird. What it feels like is that they took a rock template and they copied a lot of it. And I mean, pretty much exactly, which is good. There's a lot of good things about Rise of Kingdoms. They improved some things. But then instead of like developing a new system, they kind of almost tried to like patch the problem or whatever. It's like they're like, oh, Rock has the skill system. You level up your commanders to level 60 and you unlock these skills. That's cool. But in our game, for whatever reason, we don't want we want you to have to keep farming levels on your commanders forever. So we'll just reset all the skills. It's like, did they really think that through? What are the odds that Rock's whole skill system and leveling system works perfectly with this reset system as well? So I feel like there's a little bit of just sort of Band-Aid approach mindsets here. Instead of thinking of a new system, let's just do something weird. Although I am trying to become a sponsored creator through their new creator portal, so I shouldn't trash them. I'm just joking, guys. It doesn't come across that way. It comes across like this is a completely different game than Rise of Kingdoms. I would have never known if someone hadn't told me that this was produced by the same company, that there was any relation. Of course, I'm being sarcastic. I'm kidding. And I'd be very surprised if they cared about such comments. I mean, this is a pretty good time to farm Barbs. We have 2 events that kind of reward it, so. That said, I'm probably just going to run down this cycle of command points. And then I'm going to be done. I may come back later and do this. Thank you, Clutch. Will do. Thanks. I usually don't reply to these messages because between Rock and I started getting quite a few of them, and it's just I appreciate them. Oftentimes I'll click and I'll look at them. But sometimes I'm doing other things in the game. I see them like, oh, that's nice, and I'm gonna reply, and then I forget. But I do appreciate the kind words. You know, it's funny. I've gotten the same comment over and over again that my content is relaxing. People enjoy watching it because it's just chill, or that's really good, and that kind of surprises me, because I feel like I just sort of sit here and play and talk about nonsense. You know, I watch some videos where like there's this guy who puts these like really awesome montages together where he'll do like, you'll know, I think it's Fruit Dealer or something, and he'll be like, I push this, and he'll go through like all the math, and he'll make it really snappy and fun and highly edited, and it's like, I think they're really cool videos. So, I mean, it's cool to see that people appreciate the vibe of my videos, because I certainly prefer just to sit and play and chat. Because really the only reason I'm able to justify doing this is if I enjoy it, for one. And for two, it's like, well, I'm playing anyways. I can just record and talk. People like seeing what whales are up to. Although, I mean, I know I am a whale. Like, I've spent, well, I don't even know. It's got to be around 15 grand, if not more. It's probably more than that in the last month. But in this kingdom, you almost don't feel like a whale when you spend like that, because it's like, oh, man. I mean, people are spending, I suppose, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 100 grand the first month. I know just one, like, mini. There's just a small whale in this kingdom. It's all relative. Maybe inflation has gone a lot worse than I think. But we are blasting through these levels, making progress, certainly. How important is this skill? I mean, I feel like I could probably just level up my Thea, or like star her up. Those never go to waste. And I think that maybe generates a pop-up model. I don't know anymore. Let's test. Does starring this up to 4 stars generate a pop-up bundle? No. We are doing intense math here, intense research, and deep diving into the mechanics of the game. Well, let's auto select this. Got Noodle here. He's got the same idea as me. Looks like he's running 2 cav marches. That is an idea. Like, if you were doing some raiding, cav is so strong. An Emmer's primary, a Bakshi primary, Hosk secondary on one of the marches, and then you just run like an Alistair, I guess, as your other secondary. Until we get a new cav commander. I mean, that makes sense to me. All right, I'm going to be done for now. Gotta refresh these marches anyways. Soon. let's buy this stuff that we need. We have no more need for research or building speeds. I'm sure they'll put in some kind of exchange event eventually. We can buy these keys. We have 10 keys here, so let's spin them. Ooh, gold heads. That's what we want. That's very nice. I'm kind of surprised I didn't have the ability to open up a new commander skill. I must be close. Like on Nico? Very close. Not that close. All right, well, here we are. We're making progress. We're doing things. By past 3, should have all these guys to level 60, no problem. Probably by tomorrow, many of them will be 60, or next to my farm barbs. We're gonna finish expertising Emerus soon enough. Kinarra soon enough. I really want to know if there's another wheel coming for her, because I'd like to just take advantage of the wheel to get these last 2 levels if possible. Hosk done. Then the primary commanders will be Bakshi and Madeline. All right. Peace out, everyone. Much love. Goodbye.